Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Joshua Nipper. I'm the owner of Nipper Fence Company. And today we're going to get into a question that I get all the time. What is no dig, and is it better than the traditional methods of building a fence? Well, in today's episode, that's what we're going to get into. By the end of it, you'll know why the no dig system is the future of fencing. Hi, I'm Joshua Nipper. After 26 years of Army service, I found a new mission, creating strong, beautiful wood fences that transform homes. Follow our channel as I share expert tips, inspiration, and the passion that drives everything we do. Okay, so what is no dig and what is the traditional method of building a fence? Well, first, let's talk about the traditional method. The traditional method that has been around for decades, generations, is essentially digging a hole, putting your post in the hole, and putting concrete in it. And then essentially letting the concrete dry and then build your fence off of the post. Typically, they would use a 4x4 post for a wooden fence application. So that 4x4 post would be set in concrete and let the concrete would cure. Then you would proceed with building the rest of the fence. The no-dig system is using a steel post, a galvanized steel post. I use a Postmaster post. I also use round posts depending on the application, but I'll get into the type of post that I use here later on in the video. But essentially, I'm going to drive that metal post into the ground 3 to 4 feet, sometimes 5 feet, depending on the application and what type of fence it is. And then I build the fence off that metal post. Now, there's tons of benefits with the no dig versus the traditional, but let's talk about some of the issues that you'll get with the traditional fence building. Is once you dig that hole and you disturb the earth around that hole and you pour concrete in there, you put the post in there, essentially what happens over time is you're going to get what's called a frost heave. Moisture is going to seep down between the earth and the concrete, and it'll eventually work the concrete and the post out of the hole over time. And you'll see a lot of the movement of the post of a traditional set post with the frost heaving, moving it either up, or it's going to twist, or it's going to start bending it around. The no dig method, when we drive a post in the ground, we're not disturbing the earth around the post, and we're driving it way below the frost line. So up here where we're at in the Fort Wayne, Indiana area, is your frost line is below 30 inches. Typically, we like to hit the 36-inch mark when we're digging a hole. So you want to keep your footings for any type of building you're building and any type of fence you're building below the 36-inch mark. You really want to go the 6 inches below the frost line, which is 30 inches, just to be on the safe side. So with the no dig system, we're going way deeper than the 36-inch mark. We're going to the 4 feet mark typically, and in most of the posts that we drive, most of the fences that we're building, we're going at least to the 4 foot depth. So you're not going to get that frost heave with the no dig. Some other benefits with the no dig is the durability. You're getting a steel post that is not going to twist, warp, crack, or rot in the future. You're getting a steel post that will come with essentially a lifetime warranty. It's not gonna deteriorate over time. It is going to last. So you're eliminating the weakest link of a fence, and which is the post, when you're using a wood post. With a wood post and you set it in the ground, you're getting that you're going to get that twisting and warping. It's just the nature of wood. It's just what wood does, especially the if you're using a treated pine. Is when it dries, and if it dries unevenly, if one side's getting sunlight and the other side's not getting sunlight, it's in the shade, it'll dry unevenly, which causes a lot of the warping and cracking that you see in the treated pine post. So another benefit of the no-dig system is the speed of installation. So with the traditional method, they're digging a hole, they're putting the post in it, they're mixing concrete, and then they're pouring wet concrete into the post. So what you have to do, you have to wait for that concrete to cure, to dry hard enough for you to build off of it. So that is extra time on the job site for your crews to be still in your yard, building fences days on end. With the no-dig system, you can essentially pound the post and start building the same day. So there's no waiting period. So in many cases, we can come in within a day or 2 days and get a fence completed and moving on to the next job. So speed of installation is another benefit of the no dig. And it keeps your yard clean and free of mud and dirt and debris. Whereas when you're digging holes, that dirt that you're digging up out of the holes have to go somewhere. A lot of times, as the auger starts spinning up out of the ground, it's going to throw it all over the ground for everyone to trample on. Your pet's going to get into it. Your kid's going to drag it into the house. So it's just a neater method of building fences. And the last benefit I'm going to cover before we get into the process of the no dig, I'm going to show you a short video here of me actually pounding a post, so you kind of get an idea of what the no dig system is. But it's cost effective over time. So picture this: you get a fence from Nipper Fence Company. We come out, we build your fence the way we do on steel post. Now, if you have us stain it and you want to maintain it and do the proper maintenance on that fence over the lifetime of the fence, you're going to get a longer lasting fence. So if you go with us and we build your fence and we come back and you say, hey, I want you to stain my fence. We come back and we stain it. Well, once we stain it, we also offer a 4-year maintenance plan. So with that 4-year maintenance plan, we come out every year and we give a yearly inspection on that wood fence. We look at the coverage area of the stain, and if any areas need touched up or reapplied stain or sealant, then we go ahead and do that as part of the plan. We also look at your gates. If your gates need adjusted, we look at any dirt and debris up against your fence. We'll clean it off. We also look for pickets that may have warped or cracked prematurely. We'll go ahead and get that fixed, new board stained, and then keep your fence looking good. Keep your investment looking good. That's our whole point here at Nipper Fence Company. We want to make sure that your investment in your fence is going to last a long, long time. So that's why we offer these extended maintenance plans with our fence build. So picture this: you have me stain your fence every 4 years or so, and then let's say 20 years go by, and you say, you know what, this fence still looks good, but I want a fresh fence. I want a new fence. I want a fence. I want a fresh look in my yard. Well, the great thing about building on steel post is all I have to do is remove the wood from the steel post and then build your new fence with brand new wood on your steel post. Now, you just saved essentially a quarter to 30%, maybe 35% off of your fence build, because all you're paying for is the material minus the post that you originally paid for in your first bill, and then you're just paying for labor. So it's a win-win. It is a great option for somebody that is looking to get the most out of their money. So let's get into this video here. I want to show you a quick video, and I apologize at the end of the video. My camera actually falls off the ladder. It's not a very long video. I just wanted to kind of show you what the process looks like when I'm actually pounding the post into the ground. Let me get this video playing. Okay. So as you see, there's a machine on top of the post that has a motor to it, and it's just essentially pounding the post into the ground. That's really all there is to it. So as you can see, that's essentially the process of pounding the post into the ground. It was a short video. I want to do a longer video of showing the whole, how long it actually takes to pound a full post into the ground. And we'll do that here coming up in the future. And so, so now that you've seen the video of what the first process is basically setting the post. I'm going to show you a couple of pictures of a fence that I recently did that it shows you the post that we use. We use a Postmaster post. It's a picture of both sides of the post. The first side is it'd be the picket side of the fence that you're going to see here. And then what I want you to notice is the 2x4s, the railing that comes into that post, they get attached to that post, and then the pickets get attached to the railing. So you really have a strong connection there. We use a number 10 stainless steel screw to attach the rails to the post, and then we use a 1 3/4 inch ring shank hot dip galvanized nail for the pickets when we're using treated pickets. And this next image that you're going to see is the other side of that post. So you'll actually see like the holes that the screws go through to attach the railing to. And then these next pictures here are essentially the finished product of that fence. So you see on the inside of that fence where we put a picket over the wood or over the metal post to hide the ugliness of the post, so you don't see the steel post. All you see is a wood picket that looks like a post. So it's a really neat option for fence. And then here is the picket side of that same fence. So as you can see, it is like built like a, looks like a traditional fence, but it is built with the strength of steel post. So those images that you've seen, I want you to focus on the connection points of that fence. We really spent a lot of time figuring out the best connection, the best fasteners to fasten our fence to that post. There's a specific reason why we use stainless steel number 10 screws on the Postmaster post to screw it to the rails. It's not stainless steel. Don't corrode. It's not going to rust. It is the strongest fastener out there. We don't skimp on the fasteners. We really think that the fasteners is an important part of building a solid structured, solid wood fence that's going to last for decades. And then with the 1 3/4 inch nails that we use to attach our pickets to, is a hot dip galvanized nail that's going to last for decades as well. So I hope you, from this video, I hope you have a better understanding what no dig fence is and what the process looks like. Um, if you have any other questions on what the no dig method is, or if you'd like to get a fence quote or anything, my number is behind me. You can find me on Facebook. You can also go to my website, nipperfences.com, get more information there. But with that being said, this is Nipper Fences reminding you that life is better when you know your boundaries.